Hello everyone, welcome to another Destiny 2 guide video. In today's video, we're going over Solstice 2023. We're going to tell you how to get started, the basics of the Bonfire Bash, and then we're also going to tell you how to equip your armor, upgrade your armor, and then finally, how to best farm for this activity. So you can see on screen now, I've gotten all of my armor from Ava. That's how you start this quest. I'm now equipping it all. Once it is all equipped, that progresses you into the next step for her quest. Once you are in the next step, you will just go talk to Ava again. As you can see, you can see it progress. It says speak to Ava. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna talk to her again. She's gonna reward me with 6 silver leaves. Once you have these silver leaves, it is now time to go into a Bonfire Bash. It is important to note that you must, for this first round, to get the maximum amount of ash from these leaves, you must keep all of your Solstice equipment equipped at least through the end of the mission. If you change it off to run the actual activity, fine. Make sure you individually equip it back to your character before the end of the activity, or you will not get the maximum amount of ash, and you'll have to go farm more leaves in order to convert those into ash again. So leave it all equipped for now. I know it kind of sucks, but leave it all equipped. You'll thank me later, I promise, because you won't have to farm. It happened to me. I don't want it to happen to you. Alright, so once you're in Bonfire Bash, right, it's essentially just like last year, but with some nice improvements, right? We have the Cabal teleporter shooter guns, man shooters. Those are nice to have. I got squashed. And we have a few different buffs now that we can now take access to really help to up our game as a Guardian or as a fire team. The first one of those is called Firebound. Firebound is only active inside of Bonfire Bash, and when you're close to your fire team members, you're going to gain increased recovery and super regeneration, which is super helpful. So don't be afraid to waste those supers. The best thing to do here is try to get to 30 igniters or ignitions thrown into the bonfire. The best way to do that is just super areas. So don't be afraid to use your super. Stay next to your team. Work as a fire team through this. I highly suggest not going off on your own. Stay together. The second one is called Flare. This one's active in Bonfire Bash and inside of Vanguard Ops. This one, after rapidly defeating combatants, you unleash a wave of paracausal fire around you, dealing damage to nearby combatants. It's actually super helpful. So think about this with using grenades or using grenade launchers or something like that, where you can easily get this paracausal flare around you. You can see it happening on screen throughout this gameplay, but it is super helpful. So once you're here, you're going to do exactly what you're seeing on screen, and that's find these little markers, right? These little objective markers, and kill things around that area as quickly as possible. But you want to specifically target the ignition carriers, and these are going to be orange bar guys. They're going to drop down. They're going to have like some glowy, white glowiness around them. You're going to want to kill them quickly. They're going to drop 3 igniters, and you're going to need to throw these igniters into the bonfire. Now, these igniters do have quite a bit of range to them, so don't be afraid to launch them from far. Now, what you're seeing on screen now is periodically you're going to have these taken spawn in, and that's when you can really use these launchers, as you see now, to really help you navigate the map and get around to them quickly. You'll want to kill these knights, these yellow bars. You can see the little markers on screen now. This is going to help you accomplish another one of the event challenges. You need to kill 15 of them. So make sure you target them first, at least get a shot on them. You don't need to kill them, you just need a shot on them in order to have it count for your event challenge. Once you do that, kill the blight, you're done, move on, rinse, repeat, keep going into the next area, to the next objective marker, and kill things as fast as possible. And there's that ignition carrier. He's going to drop balls on the ground just like you see now. You're going to pick those up and stoke the fire with them. So grab the igniter. I didn't get one there, but my teammates did, and you're going to throw them into the bonfire. And again, they have some pretty sweet range to them. And essentially now it's just rinse, repeat. As a fire team, keep moving from marker to marker, killing things, killing the ignition carriers, and stoking the fire, right? That's all we're going to keep doing continuously until hopefully either the timer runs out or you get to 30 ignitions. If you get to 30 igniters consumed as you can see on the left side of your screen, you will automatically go into the boss fight. So hopefully you can get to there. You can see on screen now, those igniters do not stay on the ground for very long, so make sure you pick them up very quickly and throw them in effectively. Once you have your 30 igniters thrown into the bonfire or your timer runs out, a boss will spawn. Your job is just to rinse the boss. Don't worry about any of the other ads, and rinse the boss, and that will complete the event. Once you complete the event, your loot will drop around the bonfire. It's important to note that both of the weapons from previous seasons are available this season to refarm if you miss them. So the Compass Rose and the Something New hand cannon are back again this season, and you can farm them again if you so wish. Also, the new Strand rocket launcher is here, and it will drop randomly from the activity. You don't even need to have silver leaves on you to get any of this gear. You can obviously, world loot gear is also available, so you might not get just the solstice gear, but you can get armor, weapons, and world drops just by running the activity. You don't even need the silver leaves. Okay, so once you have your silver leaves converted into silver ash and you've completed Ava's next quest step, you can now go back to Ava, turn that quest in, and this will unlock your event card. Now, one thing to note is that this first event challenge, the Bash in Success, it only unlocks once you've completed Ava's first initial quest steps. So once you've done that, you can unlock it, and that unlocks all of the event challenges. Now, we're going to talk about how to best farm all of these. In order to upgrade your armor, you need kindling and you need silver ash. So the question becomes, how do I find kindling in order to then put in silver ash into my gear? So let's go over real quick right now my essential guide for how to farm for kindling. On screen now, you're going to see this chart I made. I couldn't figure out how to best articulate this to all of you without making some sort of visual aid. So this is what I have on screen. So in the middle, you'll see the kindling there, and we're going to earn 13 kindling by accomplishing all of the event challenges on the exterior of the chart in the yellow, purple, pink, and like turquoise. So if we play Crucible, we can accomplish 6 of the different event challenges. Fires of the Competition, Like Wildfire, Hand Lighter, Superlative, Raking the Coals, and Forge the Flame. So play Crucible, get those. You will also get, per match, you will get about 4 or so of these silver leaves. So you're going to be getting those intrinsically. You'll get these intrinsically through all of the activities on this chart. If we play Altars of Sorrow, besides the farm in my other video, which is at the top right of your screen in this video, on how to do that out of the replayable missions in Neomuna, Altars of Sorrow is the best way to get silver leaves. So if you need silver leaves, play Altars of Sorrow. But through Altars of Sorrow, you can accomplish Burn Them Down, Superlative, A Spark in the Dark, Hand Lighter, and Like Wildfire. Granted, if you accomplish all of those, granting you 8 total kindling. If you do Nightfalls, you can accomplish Brightfall, Burn Them Down, Superlative, Hand Lighter, and Like Wildfire. You can see some of these are overlapping, so just keep track of where you are in the progress. You might not accomplish like Wildfire just doing Altars of Sorrow, or you might not do it just accomplishing Crucible. So switch out, and then you can continue that process through the different activities. And finally, Blind Well. If we do Blind Well, we can accomplish Dare to Dream, Hand Lighter, Superlative, Like Wildfire, and Burn Them Down. So all 4 of these activities, if we accomplish all of the connected event challenges, we can gain 13 of the kindling, which is huge. Once I have silver leaves, you can see in the top kind of right area, silver leaves cap out in your inventory at 100. Once I have 100, I'm going to go into Bonfire Bash to convert these into silver ash. There are 7 total event challenges you can accomplish inside of Bonfire Bash. First one being Bash in Success, which you've already done. Then being Torch the Taken, Good Ignite, Fuel the Fire, Ashtray, Fuel the Fire 2, and Fuel the Fire 3. If you accomplish all of these, you get 9 kindling. Now, you need a total of 24 kindling to max out all of your armor on one character. By doing this, you are going to accomplish, let's see, 22, I think, if my math is correct. 13 plus 9, right, chat? Right, everybody? Let me know if my math is incorrect. But 13 plus 9, you will get those 22 kindling if you accomplish all of this on screen now, which means you're only 2 short of maxing out your armor. And then those are pretty easy. It's doing events on Neomuna and one other. So very straightforward. Follow this chart, follow this guide, get all of these done, and do Crucible and Altars of Sorrow, Nightfalls, Blindwell. And those are the best way to max out quickly and efficiently all of your gear for one character. And then it's a rinse repeat if you want to on your other characters. Totally up to you. Personally, I am not. But do this. Once you cap out on Silver Leaves from doing these activities, then go into Bonfire Bash, back to the activities if you need to, Nightfalls, Altars of Sorrow, Crucible, Blindwell, whatever, then back to Bonfire Bash. And through this, you will gain 22 kindling in order to upgrade your armor to the final stage and get, hopefully, some really good rolls. So, with that in mind, let's talk about how we upgrade our armor once we have all this. Alright, so now that I have gotten my kindling, I've also gotten Silver Leaves intrinsically, and I've converted those Silver Leaves into Silver Ash via the Bonfire Bash. I'm now ready to start upgrading my armor, which you'll see on screen now. It will take a total of 6 kindling, and the small kindling is 1, the large kindling will then be 2, and then finally the fully rekindled is going to be 3. These 3 stages allow you to max out your armor using your Silver Ash. So you must, in order to max it out, you must have all 3 of these kindling stacks infused into your armor. Once you do that, you are ready to start doing your ash. Once you have your ash, you can come back in here and start applying it. First one is 20. You can see on screen here shortly, I'm going to check my stats. I'm at 58. Not great, right? So let's go back in. Let's apply more. 40 ash. Great. So I'm 1 step away from the end. I am now at 66. That's not too bad. What I want to make sure on this last step is that my ghost mod is on something different, so I get a spike in 2 areas. So I apply discipline because my ghost is in resilience. I come back to my piece of armor. I have 2 good spikes in both resilience and discipline. Fortunately, I'm at a 61. It's kind of low. RNG was not friendly to me here. It is RNG based, and your stats do have a chance to go lower. You can see here on my legs, I have a 63. Good spikes with 22 discipline and 16 resilience. That's good. Plus a 9 mobility. It's RNG. I know people have gotten better rolls. I think that this gear is really meant for the new player who maybe doesn't have access to things like dungeons and artifice armor, etc. So thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate your continued support. If this video helped you, please drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.